You're welcome to today's class. The last class, we did two-dimensional array in multidimensional arrays, right? So I told you I was going to write a C code to demonstrate that in this class, because I didn't want that class to be too long. So I'm just going to go straight into writing a C code. Now, the class, what we did was what? We did this. Then we have this, this, and this. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So we have this, this, 0, 1, 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12. So this was, here is row, and then here is column. So this was the two-dimensional array that we created in the last class, and I explained how the compiler is going to represent this in a linear memory. So we are going to write a C program to print this out on the screen. And what I want to print is in a matrix form. I want to print this out in a matrix form. That is, bring this out and then display it on the screen, just like this, but without this grid. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's do that. So I say include stdio.h. Then I will say int main, that is my main function. Everything always have to go in the main function, my main function. Then I'm going to declare my array. So I'll say int, I'll call it matrix. And then it has how many? 1, 2, 3. 3 rows and 4 columns, right? Then I'm going to assign values to it. Now, I can do this. I can do it like this, and then say 1, 2, like that, up to 12. But I don't want to write it that way. The compiler will break it down. So I can do this. Then I will come here, and I will do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, comma, 5, 6, 7, 8, comma, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then I will close this. So this is my array, right, that I've declared. This is my array that I've declared, this array. The compiler is going to create a memory location, contiguous, and to assign these values. So the compiler sees this as a straight line. So it's going to store it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, linear, on the linear memory. Now, I want to access this element and then print them out on the screen. So how am I going to be able to achieve that when I have rows and column? So I need a nested for loop. So I will come here and I will say for. I should have declared two variables for the indices, which is for I and j, but I will declare them inside the for loops. So I will say int I, assign 0 to it. Then my loop counter, I less than, I is for row. So this is I, and this is j, right? I is for row. So how many rows do I have? 1, 2, 3. So less than 3. Then I plus plus. So I will do my curly bracket. Inside this for loop, I will have another for loop. So for, then I will declare a variable j. I will assign 0 to it. Then the counter, j less than, how many? 4. Then j plus plus. Now, inside this, my inner for loop, I'm going to write print f, right? Then I'll do percentage 4D, comma, matrix I, J. All right. Then I will come out of this for loop. So I'm going to close this. Then I'll say print F slash N. That's all. Then I will come out of this, my inner for loop. Then I will say return 0. Then my curly bracket for my main, I will close it. I hope you are still seeing. All right. So this is my C program to print out this array element on the screen. This part, which is this, up to this, is my array. I declared my array, and the compiler created memory location. You will not be able to see it. It's there in the memory of the computer. But I want to now print it out on the screen. So I need to bring in a nested for loop. That's what I'm doing this. So let's explain this program. First, this will be created. So this is I, and this is J. I assign 0 to I. So I will check my counter. I is less than 3. That is true. It will come in. It will encounter this for loop. It will declare a variable J and assign 0 to it. So I also assign 0 to J. 0 less than 4. That is true. It will come in. Then it will print this out. And what is he expecting? Format specifier, matrix. Now, you are using the indices to access the value. So it will go to I. I is what? 0. J is what? 0. So it will come here. I is 0, J is 0. Where are they meeting? Here. So what will it print out? 1. It will print out 1. Then it will increment J, because we are still inside the inner loop. It will increment J to 1. Then it will check the counter, J less than 4. That is true. Then it will come in again. It will print matrix. It will access the value here. I is 0, J is 1. So J is 1, I is still 0. So that is 2. Now, the reason why I put this 4 here is to give space between this 1 and the 2. So it will put the 2 here. If I did not put that 4, it will probably write it like this. So that is the essence of that 4. So 2. Then it will increment J again to 2. J becomes 2. So it will check 2 less than 4. That is true. It will come in. So here it will check 0, 1. I is 0. J is what? 2. So that is 3. It will print it out. Then it will increment J to 3, I mean. It will increment J to 3. 3 less than 4. That is true. It will come in again. I is 0. J is 3. I is 0. J is 3. To print out 4 on the screen. Then it will increment J to 4. Then it will check the counter. 4 less than 4. That is no longer true. It will come out of this for loop and it will encounter this guy. So this one is saying go to a new line. So it will come here, a new line, right? Once this is done, it will come back to I. It will increment I. So I becomes 1. I becomes 1. Then to check the counter, 1 is less than 3. That is true. It will come in. It will declare J again and assign 0 to it. So J becomes 0. Then 0 less than 4. That is true. It will come in and it will look for this. So matrix I is 1, J is 0. So I is now 1, J is 0. So what will it print out? 5. To print out 5. Then it will increment J to 1. So J becomes 1. Then it will test the condition. That is true. It will come in. Matrix 1, 1. So I is 1, J is 1. That is 6. It will print it out. 6. It will print out 6. Then it will increment j to 2. J becomes 2. It will test the condition. 2 less than 4, that is true. It will come in, matrix 1, 2. I is what? 1. J is what? 2. So it will print out 7. It will print out 7. Then it will increment j to 3. It will check the condition. 3 is less than 4. That is true. It will come in again. 1, 3. I is 1. J is 3. It will print out 8. Then it will increment j to 4. J becomes 4. It will test the condition. 4 less than 4. That is no longer true. It will come out of this inner for loop and it will encounter this guy. Go to a new line. It will come here. Then it will increment I to 2. Right? It will test the condition. I less than 3. That is true. It will come in. It will reassign 0 to j. Then it will check. 0 less than 4. That is true. It will go in. Matrix 2, j 0. So it will come here. Matrix 2. I is 2. J is 0. That will print out 9. Then it will increment j to 1. Right? It will increment j to 1. Then it will check the condition. 1 is less than 4. That is true. Matrix 2, 1. So I is 2. J is 1. So that is 10. Then it will increment j to 2. Then to check the condition, 2 is less than 4. That is true. It will come in. Matrix 2, 2. So I is 2, j is 2. That is 11. It will print it out. Then it will increment j to what? To 3. So it will come in again. It will check the condition. That is true. It will come in. 2, 3. So I is 2, j is 3. That is 12. Then it will increment j to 4. So it will test the condition. 4 less than 4. That is no longer true. So it will come out of this inner loop and it will encounter this guy, meaning it will go to a new line. Then it will increment I to 3. So it will test the condition. 3 is less than 3. That is no longer true. It will come out of this loop and it will encounter return. So it will return to the operating system. I haven't finished the job. So it will print out this on the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is how this program is going to be used to access the array inside the memory and then projected on the screen. Now, I just did this to show you the values on the screen. I could have added mathematical equation or anything that I want here to take this value, work on it, and give me an expected output. If you have come with me this far, don't forget to like and do not forget to subscribe if you have not done so. Also, follow me on my Facebook page. Now, let's go to code blocks. Let me run this program for you to see. Okay, so this is our code blocks, and this is the program for the two-dimensional array. I couldn't teach this on the board because it wasn't enough for me to write. So I also added a printout of the last element, right? So I'm going to execute this code for you to see what the output will be. Everything that I explained on the board is what is here. So let's execute it. You see? So it printed out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then it also printed this last part, which is what? Printf. Array 2 of 3 is what? The element of that array is what? The last element is 12. Based on the formula, it was able to calculate and tell us the value. So this is how you write a program to print out from a two-dimensional array. You can add anything to this place. You can do calculate average. You can add all these values together and calculate average. All you need to do is to add the program or the code you want inside this for loop. So that is what we have for a two-dimensional array. So in the next class, I will teach you three-dimensional array. So till we see in the next class, bye-bye.